Hey guys, thank you for being here. First of all, can I get you anything? Water, coffee?
Yeah, water be sick.
You live in Washington. How are you supposed to get us water?
Great. So good. How are you doing? You doing good? Everything good?
I feel like you're not listening to anything. Yeah, fine, I guess.
Yeah, I'm good. What's going on, man?
Great. Good to hear. I have a lot to go over with you. Got a lot of business.
Business?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Business. These are the businesses right here.
Oh, the businesses. He printed out the businesses called.
He's got the businesses. Yeah, we've never. What business? We've never talked about business.
Yeah, Sam, why are you being weird?
I'm always weird.
No, but you're being weird.
No, he is always weird. So
weird. We need to talk about season 2, Sam versus Sam. It's coming up, and we got sweeps week. Okay.
What's sweeps week?
Like sweeps week, like sweeps, the thing.
Sam, this is a YouTube channel. We don't have sweeps week, and there are no Nielsen boxes.
Okay, so I've been going over the data. I feel like for season 4, we need a bit of a shakeup.
Season 4.
What data?
I thought this was season 2.
Okay, it's been.
Yes, man.
Okay, let me put down the business. It's been a really tough decision for me, but we're approaching the end of your contracts, and I think that for season 5 we're going to be recasting.
Season 5? You just said fucking season 4. What are you talking about?
Also contracts? What? We didn't sign a fucking contract.
Yeah, I never signed a contract.
Yeah.
What? I listen. It's been a really great 6-season run, but just for some freshness, we're going to go with new actors next season.
Sam, neither of us are actors. We're people.
Yeah.
As much as I would like to break into the Hollywood scene, I'm not an actor. What are you talking about?
No.
Listen, I know this can't be easy, so I really appreciate you taking this so well. It means a lot.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, okay, here, let me pick the business back up because this is...
Oh, here we go. He's got to pick the business back up.
He's got to pick the papers. Yeah.
So here's some data. We got some data reporting. Cole, specifically for you.
Data from what?
So specifically for Cole, we're looking at a more kind of conservative slant on the character of Cole Duncan. And Zach, they're wanting a more liberal edge from you, and I just don't think that's something either of you can embody, so we just need to move into a different direction.
Yeah, they're right, because people in hell want ice water.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm out. Yeah, I'm good.
Listen, your final checks going to be in the mail this week.
Checks? Since when have you been paying us?
Listen, a $0 check, still a check. So...
Still never seen one.
Well, it's okay, because a final check can also be an only check.
This is bullshit.
This is fucking horseshit.
Yeah, I'm out. See ya. This is dumb.
Fuck this.
Chanel, Sam doesn't love us anymore.
Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm glad you did because I've got something pretty great for you, and that is another episode of the Versus Vidcast. It's me, and I'm here as always with my friends. First of all, I've got Zach James.
Yo.
And Cole Duncan.
It's me, Cole. I drink alcohol. That's my fucking personality.
Can you, listen, you are the new actors for a new generation of this fucking show.
This generation.
What do you want me to do? Go fucking get
I can't be Cole.
Go get a fucking Glock out of the fucking other room? What do you want me to do? It's not me.
Let me go fucking prattle on some pretentious bullshit in French. You're Zach. I'm Cole.
You have
idiot.
3 years of data of my former actors to go off of, and you can't be professional for one fucking second.
What fucking data?
Yeah, what actors? What are you talking about?
You got the first 17 seasons of Sam versus Sam to go off of.
For the first time in fucking 17 seasons, quote unquote, Cole and I are on the same fucking page because you're dumbass.
did some fucking research, and they wanted you guys as the actors for these characters.
Who is you? Who is you?
The data.
But who's
fucking business?
Show us the data.
It's over there now. Look what you did. This is fucking, and I can't do this. This is insane.
All right, good. You know what? Bye.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right. So now that the fucking bullshit's done, Cole, how fucking cool was that Horus Heresy trailer?
Dude, it looks so cool.
Dude, it was fucking badass.
Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm glad you did, because I've got something pretty great for you, and that is another episode of the Versus Vidcast. I'm here with Zach and Cole.
Hello!
Who's who? Who knows?
Tune in next week to find out.
Yeah, for real. It's, as you're watching this, it's April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's. So we thought we'd do a little bit of a gag and
goof.
Start things off.
Listen,
okay, I thought we would do a little bit of a gag and y'all thought it was funny. So anyway, thank you for joining us again. We're back for another episode. How's things? How's sweeps going?
I legit don't know what sweeps is, by the way.
I always hear it like, oh, sweeps week and all that, but it's usually in the form of some fucking like sitcom that I'm watching.
Yeah, so I actually, when I wrote that joke, I looked up what Sweeps Week was, and so Sweeps Week is actually like a month where Nielsen goes out and like sends these. How it started was they would send these journals to various families.
I filled out like a Nielsen journal. We were a Nielsen family at one point.
Yeah, so it's the time when Nielsen sends out these journals for people to specifically detail what they like and don't like about the TV they watch.
Gotcha.
And so TV shows and TV networks are like, we have to do the best stuff
they didn't listen to me.
They don't usually. I don't know what the point of this is.
Had they listened to me, we would still have Street Sharks, but fucking look what that.
Had they listened to me, we'd be on Stomp the Yard 2022. This time even more obnoxious.
If they listened to me, Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog will still be on television. So
fuck you, Nielsen.
Yeah, fuck Nielsen. What the fuck does Nielsen do?
Except for Leslie Nielsen. He was a national treasure.
Leslie Nielsen.
He is
Leslie Nielsen. May he rest in peace.
R.I.P.
He's the only Nielsen that I'm okay with. I'm sure there are other people with the last name Nielsen that I'm fine with, but I don't know them right now.
Yeah.
I know a Mike Nilsson.
Fuck Mike Nilsson.
No, not fuck Mike.
Well, I was saying
Nilsson.
then you said liquid metal. I could as the words flowed. I could not. Yay! I was unable to bring them back and retract my statement.
If you say something stupid on this episode, all you have to do is say April Fools afterwards.
April Fools.
No, it's just good though.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Did you guys ever realize that Dick Cheney is just the geopolitical embodiment of? They put one of ours in the hospital. We're going to put 10 of theirs in the morgue.
Jesus Christ. Has that thought just been living on the tip of your mind for the last like week? Or like you just
it's been living on the tip of my mind since when was I home last? That would have been either March 18th or March 19th. Is how I've been saving it just for fucking our next recording. Because it's true.
Funnily enough, Zach, even though it might be true, I have not thought about that before. So thank you for your
you're not wrong, but
because my dad and I, last time I was home, I had to go home for some less than fortunate reasons, but the last part of it, I spent, sort of like a regular weekend up in New York. And my dad and I just watched a bunch of like 80s and early 90s action movies. And one of them was a movie called Executive Decision, which is a movie with Kurt Russell, John Leguizamo, and Steven Seagal. And it's one of the only.
Sophie's Choice, just way more depressing?
No, it's actually an action movie, but it's one of the few action movies that I've ever seen where Steven Seagal's character actually dies in it too.
No shit.
Really?
He let himself die.
I know. Well, this is the '90s Steven Seagal.
Gotcha. He wasn't. So
But
precious.
while we were watching it, there like the main terrorist was like Iranian or something like that, and
As they were in the 90s.
I was gonna say, that was the norm.
and we just started riffing in like Dick Cheney's voice of like, Dick, they've taken the plane, bomb Iran. Get KBR on the line. Halliburton stocks are going to the moon, boys.
Speaking of action movies, so I'm actually very excited. So they just, I'm pretty sure, wrapped filming on Extraction 2.
I still need to watch the first one.
The first one is it's so dumb, but it's really good, and it's. So I can't tell the story I was going to tell then because you need to watch it still.
I get the gist of it. You go ahead.
I mean,
if you don't want to hear Extraction spoilers, fucking skip to
spoilers for a Netflix action movie from 2020 starring Chris Hemsworth. Whoops. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. But it ends. So I'm pretty sure, and my memory might be a little foggy, but it ends with him getting fucking shot basically in the throat, and then jumping into like a dirty river. And so you would think. Basically Tellico, Plains, Tennessee.
I don't know. You can actually see the water in fucking Tellico, so
that's true.
I don't think you're able to see through the water like Jakarta.
You guys have not been there after it has rained.
That's
silt. That doesn't count.
Yeah, the rain kicks up the goop in all of the rivers, but like
that's natural.
But like if like the river, this was not silt. This was.
This was third world water.
Basically, yeah.
So
the
Detroit.
Tennessee River.
I was going to say Detroit.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the Hudson River.
The Hudson River.
I have a gross story about the Hudson River to tell you guys after you finish yours, Sam.
But yeah, so basically he gets shot in the throat and he jumps into the river to escape. And the idea is like, he's dead. The man's dead.
Yeah.
And then you see like a shadow at the end of the movie that implies that he's
a
merman. So now Extraction 2 is coming out, and I'm very excited about it. But I'm hyped to see how they explain the fact that he's alive, and I kind of hope they just don't. And they just do like 10 Extraction movies where he dies at the end of every one and just comes back in the next one.
Honestly, the biggest thing you're going to face from that, other than, if you get shot in the neck but it doesn't hit your jugular, your carotid, you're going to be fine. You're not going to bleed out very quickly like you would if those got hit. So the biggest thing he's going to have to deal with that is a combination of blood loss, because he just got fucking shot, and infection, which, strong enough fucking antibiotics, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
that being said, it would be great.
Modern medicine.
That being said, it would be great if the second movie started almost like a Wolfenstein 2 style thing, where he has to escape a hospital, but he can't like disconnect himself from the IV tree because that's got the fucking blood transfusion and all the antibiotics and all that.
I gotta ask, because what is the sentence? I have a story about the Hudson River. Is not a sentence I've ever heard.
Well, it's actually before. So it's less the Hudson River and more the Hudson Bay. It was a video I saw in 2020 of this girl. They're on a boat, probably maybe quarter of a mile off of Liberty Island, and it's nice and sunny, and the water looks nice and calm and blue. And she jumps in, and when she jumps in, it's just fucking brown. It's real gross.
You know what? So the Hudson River, because obviously that's
2 years ago.
2 years ago, from Mel Garrett.
We haven't noticed that in the cult for too long.
Zach, you still have to film a video of you burning Snake's Revenge. You never did that.
Do I still? I don't even know if I still have that cartridge.
Yeah. I was thinking about the other day, and then us
talking
like doing
old ass promise.
It's a very old reference. When we were on, I don't even remember what the condition for it was.
I think it was number of Facebook likes.
It might, 100, yeah, because when we were doing Metal Gear Mondays, this was before we had even met Cole and before Zach was on the show.
Oh yeah, this is way back in the day.
Way early. We were just like, if we get 100 Facebook likes, Zach James said.
I remember you guys talking about it like on the podcast when I was just like a listener.
Yeah. Zach James said he would light his copy of Snake's Revenge on fire.
I thought I said I'd shoot it, but
it might have been shoot.
Semantics. Destroy.
It might have been shoot and burn. I think we were.
I could do all that and blow it up with fucking Tanner right nowadays.
That's true. Any excuse to use
destroy with violent intent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit! Basically. Snake's Revenge for zero bids so far, starting at $7.30.
That is not a bad idea. I mean, up to $10 just for some destruction.
Let me throw it up to $10. All right, cool. I placed my bids. That ends in 3 days and 20 hours. So,
all right, see how it goes.
You guys will know what happens when the video pops up on the channel.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna get all fucking tacked out and everything too, and I'll go to either my buddy's property or the range that is Charlottesville, so I can actually do some crazy shit too.
Mm-hmm. I would have it no other way. We're not going to talk about this for very long, but I feel like I would be doing a disservice to myself and the internet if I didn't talk about it. What the fuck's up with Will Smith?
Oh, God. I'm not even participating in this fucking conversation. I'm so sick of hearing about it already.
The internet really did beat it into the ground. I have never seen something that somebody turned into a meme get beaten into the ground faster.
Within an hour, I was like, I'm sick of hearing about this.
Within
and then the next day, I'm at work, and it's all I heard anyone fucking talking. To include there was a group of people, and someone was giving almost like a John Madden style breakdown of the events that led up to it.
Like
the background regarding, some of the other shit, because like I said, I'm not giving this thing, and then the actual event, and they're all huddled around like they're watching the fucking Bin Laden raid.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, what? Like, how fucking dull do your lives need to be where that is like the highlight? Like, we got to talk about it. Everyone's got to fucking talk about it all the fucking time.
It's just wild. What I do want to talk about is less about that and more about how Chris Rock completely no-sold the hit.
Yeah.
You're just like,
I'm still not entirely convinced it wasn't fake.
I'm going to be honest with you, knowing that he was like, the fact that he won the Academy Award later on in the night, I don't think he would have done that.
Yeah.
Like with the idea that because nobody's talking about the fact that he won. Everybody's talking about the fact that he
slapped the shit out of Chris Rock.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Well, there have been people I've seen who've talked about how it's fucked up that he still won when he acted like that. If it wasn't staged.
Which did he win?
Won Best Actor.
So who else was in? Who was in the Best Actor nominees 2022? I just want to see who he was up against.
But that's all I have to say about this is.
So here's the thing. I'm going to tell you what. Having seen Tick Tick Boom. No, having seen Tick Tick Boom, Andrew Garfield deserved to win that Academy Award more than Will Smith did. I've seen both of those movies.
Andrew Garfield's a great actor. I just did not like him as Spider-Man.
The thing is, I've heard of one of these movies.
That's fair.
And it was King Richard. I assume the tragedy of Macbeth is just a retelling of Macbeth.
With Denzel Washington.
Okay. Cool. I don't know, being the Ricardos, Javier Bardem's cool.
Well, it was about
Cucumber Bumper Snatch, and The Power of the Dog.
Power of the Dog was really good.
I never heard of it.
Here's the final thing I will say about it, because I think this is funny, because as people have been talking about it, a memory popped into my head. Will Smith put out a rap album in 2005 called Lost and Found. I have not listened to that album since maybe 2006. But when people started talking about this, something awoke in my brain. So there's a song on that album called I Wish I Made That, where he talks about like, would people respect me more if I made like Lean Back and like all these other songs, and like if I was as good as Jay-Z or Tupac or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a line of that song where he talks about, here's some stuff that I should do to get recognized legitimately. And one of the lines in it is I'll whoop somebody's ass taking my boot out right on TV so all y'all can see me. So this man was telling us what he was going to do in 2005. So I think we might need to put Will Smith on a watch list because the next line is, oh wait, maybe I'll jack a truck full of cigarettes, guns, and drugs and stuff. So we should maybe be watching Will Smith.
If he does that covers both the T and the F of ATF, which means if he does do that, it's a false flag perpetrated by the U.S. government to further infringe on our rights.
Correct.
April Fools, or is it?
I was gonna say, like, it kind of sounds like he's like taking a hit against the ATF, and I know at least one guy here who is a fan of that.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a fan of the ATF. I was like, you don't know me at all.
No. Not a fan of them. Taking from them.
We get it.
You leave my unstamped cigarette operation alone.
Do you guys remember any like April Fool's jokes that you saw on the internet or just had like saw in real life or anything that like really stuck out to you?
One of the ones that stuck out to me was there was this Australian dude who I guess like he was some kind of Vine star. So he has a big house and like all his friends live with him and all that. And it was posted on April Fool's. I don't know if it was, but he just like fucked with all of his friends. Like his friend had the one that I remember the most was he had a stand-up shower, glass enclosed shower and all that. And this dude filled it to the top with Captain Crunch. And then got in it. And then when his friend was like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? He, from inside, within the amorphous Captain Crunch fucking booth, he shoved it open and it all went everywhere.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
My favorite one of recent memory was, I think it might have been Untitled Art, but it was some brewery. They it was like when like White Claw and like Trulies were becoming like really, really big. Like when there was a shortage of them, and then like a 12-pack of White Claw was selling for like $70 in Nashville. There was a company that was like, yo, we got pickle seltzer. And people fucking lost their goddamn minds.
I only know about the pickle seltzer because of that one Mr. Heal You Girl video.
Yeah, they freaked the fuck out about it so hard that when it came out, they're like, yo, we were fully just joking about that. That was an April Fool's thing. We didn't realize how much like freaks y'all really were. That they, the next summer, actually had to put it into production.
I remember in Netflix a few years ago, they did these like really overly detailed like genres for Netflix, but they were about like John Stamos, where there's like, here's movies that make John Stamos feel things, and here's movies that creep John Stamos out.
Oh, I have one more that I just remembered. It was April Fool's of 2014. And for some reason, they decided to release a patch just for that day for Minecraft, where if you loaded in, if you had any villagers, instead of normally how they go, and that's about it, you'd walk up and they'd go, you'd walk up and they'd go, hello. And it's like shit like that. And I remember not realizing it was April 1st, so I was like, what's going on? Is this the beginning of one of those creepypastas I've read about?
One of them there creepypastas?
I never
you mean to tell me fucking Justin drowned again?
I never pulled any of the like big like April Fool's jokes on anyone. Like, that's partially because I'm uncreative, but
Yeah. Or like the ones that like, oh babe, I'm pregnant. Don't do
those
that.
are fucking
fuck
lame.
you if you do that.
Don't do that on fucking April Fool's Day, you fucking unoriginal hack.
Unless you're a dude doing it, that's pretty funny. Oh babe,
Yeah,
That's
like
hilarious. Do it.
yeah.
Honestly, do it on April 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Just do it every day. It won't get old.
Ever.
Never.
Hey, if it works for the seahorses, it works for me, bro.
That's one of the few times where double standards is like okay.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Because that's like a legitimate worry for people.
Yeah,
if a
no
woman goes
shit.
to a guy and says, I'm pregnant, that's not a thing. That's a life-changing event. You can't joke about something like that. But a dude who biologically can't get pregnant, funny.
Alright, bud.
Did you guys know that people thought I didn't know this, that Gmail was a hoax, was an April Fool's joke because
Really?
Google announced Gmail on March 31st, 2004, like right before midnight. And it was a web-based email that was free and had a gigabyte of storage. And people were like, that's fucking fake.
That's like, fuck y'all.
Well, it's like Google has like a history of launching stuff on April Fool's Day that are actually like real. So like in 2010, Google added a feature that would allow you to wear those blue and red 3D glasses to see 3D Street View. Mm-hmm. And they took it away after a few days, but they put it in there. 2014, they did shelfies, which are shareable selfies that you can make. God damn it, Zach.
Street View, here I come.
Does it work?
I don't. It doesn't.
It's like I'm there.
Oh my god.
What am I? I'm outside of Prime Pizza, and this is by my gym.
I don't even know. I lost the plot of what's going on. I don't care anymore.
I love that fatty places love to be right outside of gyms. There's a mellow mushroom literally right outside the door of my gym. I'm like,
well, it's because they know that's where they're going to make most of their money.
Yeah, I was like, man, I'm tired. I can go for pizza and beer right fucking now.
Well, there's a pizza place in Ohio, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was called, but they had a sweepstakes thing going on.
We're back to fucking sweeps again.
Yeah, sweep. You would like put your details in, and you would like obviously like some of the prizes where you get free pizza for however long, blah blah blah. One of them was like you get a free gym membership.
I mean, that's actually not a bad prize.
which is really funny to me. There was a website that I used to go to when I was younger because I was a fucking weeb called Temple O Trunks, and it was like a fan site dedicated to Trunks, the Dragon Ball Z character.
Gotcha.
And 1 year they used to do April Fool's jokes there, but 1 year they changed it to Temple O Goldo and made it a site dedicated to the member of the little squat green guy from the Ginyu Force. So that was a fun one. But yeah, I don't know. I like April Fool's Day as long as it's like
it's lighthearted and whatnot.
Yeah.
You guys remember Neopets?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's all I had to say about that.
There's apparently a thriving black market there.
Oh, with the paintbrushes.
With everything.
There was a lot of fucking. There's a legit black market.
Yeah.
Cuts to me in like 3 years. I fucking.
Zach's got Neopet futures just in NFTs.
Well, no, I was gonna say, cuts to me in 3 years. I'm on like a raid force for some fucking ISIS hideout in like Tajikistan, and we kick in the door. We're like, motherfuckers! And we fucking ice them all, and then we're like, my god. It's just like all the laptops, those shitty like tough books they always have for some reason. It's just all on like Neopets. We're like, write it down before it logs out. That's how they were doing their transactions. Yeah, instead of a fucking regular fiat network, they were using Neopets currency.
The camera zooms out. You're all in the metaverse.
Oh god. So this is a decree to you and to the rest of the world. I will never, ever be in the metaverse. Ever.
No, thank you.
This is a hill that I will die on.
I can't stay in virtual reality for more than like 20 minutes before I start getting like a crazy headache.
I watched the video. I'll have to send it to you guys later. It's done by this guy called Moon, who does these really good, just like snappy 20 to 30 minute mini documentaries. It's all about contemporary stuff. And he did one about basically how the future, they're big tech and even governments are sort of engineering it now to kind of sound like fucking Alex Jones said they're engineering for the frogs, but it makes sense, which is the only reason I'm regurgitating it now. Is they're basically engineering it to basically force you to spend time in the metaverse, whether it be to buy things, to spend your time, NFTs, fucking whatever. And it's
which, by the way,
it makes sense with
fucking FTs.
Yeah, for real. And crypto in general.
Yeah.
But and it talks about, the move to digital currency and all that, and he cites a lot of sources that it's like, oh fuck, this actually has some like legitimacy behind it. Isn't just some lunatic on the internet. So if that ever happens, they're like, oh, you gotta log your 2 hours in fucking the metaverse or you're not gonna be able to buy milk. I'm gonna just fuck off to the woods at that point.
Yeah,
it's one of those things where it's you might as well, honestly, if they're gonna force that.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, that's how like social media in general works too.
Oh, social media plays a big component into all this.
It uses the same kind of engineering where it's just like they're designed to keep you using it as long as possible to get more information out of you, so it knows how to sell things to you.
Well, and it's also, it plays on psychology to keep you on it longer. It's so I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I've basically been on a slow but sure dopamine detox, getting myself basically away from those quick, instant gratification, short-term dopamine hits that happen over and over and over and over again.
I was gonna say, like, if that's what you're doing intentionally, dude, I've been on a dopamine detox for a long ass time.
You still have TikTok.
Yeah, that doesn't give me the same hit, dude.
TikTok is like a different. Like, I'm not looking for validation, like peer approval on TikTok. I'm looking to fucking laugh.
I'm looking for memes.
It's a different.
But so I've been doing stuff like that where, like, instead of ordering DoorDash, I cooked myself, which has been great for the whole health aspects too, and all that. An hour or two before bed, the phone gets put on Do Not Disturb and stays out here, and I fucking read an actual book. In my bed, which is also better for your brain. Everyone should do that, but that's a topic for another time.
Well, and you've been doing those like 20-minute like self.
Yep, the 20-minute
meditation walks,
the 20-minute mental health walks. Listening to a lot of classical music lately. And
Cole's checked out.
What are you reading?
Nothing.
Butterfly in the sky.
It's some kind of Warhammer book. I could see that much.
I can go twice as high.
Which one is that?
Sons of the Emperor.
Okay. I'm reading The Wolf Time right now, and next is Cadia Stands.
I still have to send you that short story.
Yes, please. But yeah, I mean, just after watching that and then seeing how what the fuck is going on right now. Basically, yeah, I'm making a lot of life changes to get myself as far away from the interwebs as possible. And if I didn't have the fucking book shit, I wouldn't be on any of it right now.
Yeah. Getting off Facebook was like one of the best decisions I've ever made. And I know, and I hate saying that because it makes me sound like that dickhead who used to get on Facebook and be like, "All right, guys, I'm getting off. If you need me,
but you see,
call me."
You didn't do
fuck
that.
You just leave. Just fucking leave.
You didn't do that, though.
I hate
So
shit like that. Or like I saw a thing today where it was making fun of these quote unquote natty bodybuilders that are clearly on fucking gear, and one was all about the fucking look at me post where she, obviously had someone take a candid picture of her where she's staring at the mirror all fucking angry, and she's like, I don't need to be here at 7:15 p.m. I don't need to do a 2-hour leg day, but I do it anyway. The first comment was like, well, if you don't need to be there, then why are you posting about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So stupid. So I kept Facebook. Okay, I would have deleted Facebook a long fucking time ago if not for my family.
That's the only reason I still have it.
It's active just so in my Instagram posts. It's there just so my family knows I'm alive.
Yeah. Same. So I deleted Facebook from my phone. I check it like at the end of the month just in case.
Not even.
But I did go. So I checked it. So the reason why I check it is because I have my family, my stepmom's family has a Facebook group, and they schedule like family Zoom calls in that Facebook group. So I go back and I check it.
Well, you see, that's different. Like that's good.
Yeah.
That's why I go back and check it. But I saw that Jordan Carroll posted a post on Facebook. Shouts out. He goes whenever he's near an In-N-Out, he takes a picture
I did see that.
Yep. To let people know that he was by an In-N-Out and he didn't eat there because it makes people mad. So he posts that on Facebook, and then I go into the comment section and people are like, "Why? Boo! That sucks. You should have eaten there." I commented, In-N-Out is mid, and then I ran away.
Walked away.
Anyway, they're actively hunting Sam right now.
We'll see what happens by the end of this episode. I'm on the fucking April Fool's joke page for Neopets still.
Oh, jeez.
Because I'm fascinated by all this stuff because I lived through most of these. There was like a year that they like put out a post that said, we've got 50 new Neopets coming, and they're all like wacky, like new ones, and it was a joke, but people were just like, we want some of these. And they were just like, okay, we'll put it to a vote. Whoever wins the vote becomes a new pet. And Anorbu was a little llama guy that won the vote.
I just remember the fact that you like were able to back end into your fucking Neopets account and like actually do like coding to be like, I want this theme. Right? And there would be like forums of like, just copy paste this, into it if you want a Halloween theme, like, if you want music.
HTML profiles.
That's what it was, HTML, yeah. I remember, never played the game, but I like the song. So the fucking Kingdom Hearts theme was my page's music background.
That's a fucking
That's a banger song. That is a banger song.
It's a great song.
I'm on record, right? Look, fucking, here's my,
he got it tatted on his skin.
I fucking loved Kingdom Hearts, and I don't disown it because it was such a big part of my life. It was one of my favorite video game series for such a long time. I played Kingdom Hearts 3, and I was so fucking disappointed. And I was just like, who cares about Kingdom Hearts anymore? And then, the final character for Super Smash Bros. DLC was Sora. And I was watching it, and then the fucking Simple and Clean started playing, and I legit, tears started welling up in my eyes, because that song makes me emotional.
Sam, play 1 second of it here.
Okay. Oh, go ahead, Zach.
No, you go ahead, because I've got a question that could lead us down a rabbit hole, so I'll save that for after your thing.
Okay. I just wanted to, and Cole knows this life, because he's been playing it too. I spent the last basically month just completely entrenched in Elden Ring.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking, I'll be back.
All right, bye, Zach. No, I'm not gonna talk about it for very long.
I've got a bit with both of you. Yes. Talk about Elden Ring with you, and I can talk about 40K with him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, take your fucking stupid bird.
He's getting the picture. What is he doing there? Oh, okay.
Perfect.
This is his avatar until we're done talking about Elden Ring.
Sounds good. Looks great.
Love it. Anyway, so
I'm not staying here.
Okay, bye. So I've been on record, like I've tried to play the From Software games.
Yeah.
I've just gotten too upset, and I was just like, this is gonna be. The people were saying this one is, he's saying it's a little bit more accessible.
It is way more accessible than like Dark Souls, like 1, 2, and 3 was probably my favorite. Like I love Dark Souls 1. It plays similar to Dark Souls 1, but it is just a lot more accessible. Like I've gone on record by saying like Bloodborne is one of my favorite games of all time.
I like the aesthetic of Bloodborne. I'll probably go back and play it eventually. But I was just like, I'll never be one of these. I'll never get to a point. Good crispy pop. I'll never get to a point where I'm going to feel good enough about my skills as a gamer to
hashtag gamer.
Also, just an aside with this. I know that no one gives a fuck about my opinion here, but just tossing it out here. If you are one of those like FromSoft players that rags on fucking people for how they play, go fuck yourself. You're the fucking worst. It's a fun fucking game. I'm gonna
second that just because I hate people who gatekeep.
Yeah, like fuck you. I'm really fucking happy that you were able to like, make this build that will one shot, damn near any boss. That's fucking cool.
That's cool. That's cool. Do a somersault in real life.
Yeah. like it's not. It just annoys the shit out of me because I'll be online and I'll see like people like making these like dumb fucking jokes. It's like, dude, fucking let people enjoy shit. Like, god damn.
That's another barrier. I think a lot of the reason why people because a lot of people talk like discourse about like how difficult it is, like, oh, it's too hard, blah blah blah. But I think the big gateway to entry was
marijuana.
That's also true. Yes, war and drugs. Was the community.
Yeah.
Like get good. And I'm fully convinced like the community, like most of the community is not like that, but the people who were very vocal were the people that were like, oh, get good, you suck, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And that's a big barrier for people.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I want to play this. It's going to be in the zeitgeist. I feel like playing it.
It's going to be, you go into it knowing like it is going to be hard. Like that's the thing. Like I love that they put like 2 bosses back to back that you are not supposed to be. And that is literally just a humbling type situation where it's like, hey,
well, that's
if you persevere through this bullshit, the reward and payoff will be so much more. And that's a constant in like FromSoft games.
And I think the difference with this one though is that they put those walls in front of you, but there are ways to get around the walls.
Exactly. You can literally just go, if it's here, you can literally just
and go off and explore and do something else and build yourself up and come back later, which I did a lot.
Yeah.
But like I put in so many hours into it and I not only beat it, I got every achievement.
Yeah.
Like I really lost myself in that game and I felt like
you did that pretty quickly too. I remember you posted about it.
You did.
Well, so cool, because I spent like I think I put in about 95 hours into it by the time I was all said and done. Yeah. So
that's 1 hour short of 4 whole days.
Well, keep in mind, there was like a part of it where I wasn't working. So there was like a period of like 2 weeks where I just didn't do anything but play it for the most part.
Yeah.
But I just got really into it. I got all the achievements for it. And I don't know, I just really loved it.
It's
it's given me the confidence to kind of go back and try some of the older ones that I kind of gave up on now that I have that mindset of like how to play them.
Go back to Bloodborne.
I will, because I have Bloodborne, because Bloodborne was on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
And it's one of the months.
The only thing that's really like the big difference, obviously, with Bloodborne is like you're not blocking. It's a lot of it's just dodge and then parry shoot.
Which Cole? You helped me create my build. I was not blocking.
No, you weren't blocking.
Unga bunga.
Yeah,
I got a fucking. So I got the great sword, which was basically the great sword from Berserk, Guts' great sword. There's only one in the game, but the difference in this game is that you can summon your friends in or anybody, and they can drop items for you.
Oh, that's cool.
So so Cole in his game, I spat on my phone. Cole in his game got hit the great sword. Gave it to me. I gave him my Bloodhound Fang so he could have that, which is the sword he was using. And I just beefed up my 2 great swords and I called it my Unga Bunga build because I had all these like power ups and like spells and stuff I would put on before a battle, and I would run in and I would jump and Unga Bunga and like wipe away a huge chunk of health.
Well, that's also cool. That's also cool as shit that the game even accounts for that. Of like, yeah, there's only one in the game. But if someone else drops you one, you're allowed to use 2.
Or it's like, hey, you could just beat the game, come back in New Game Plus, and go get it.
Oh, that's cool too.
Yeah. Which the other thing too, and there was a really hard buy, which I won't spoil for you, but people called it like the hardest boss in the game. And I built up a side build. I found a really cool katana called Rivers of Blood.
Yeah, was that pre-nerf? Or post-nerf?
No, post-nerf.
Really?
Even. Yeah, but it had really good bleed, and so I beefed that up, and I had it like on my secondary weapon, and so I went into this boss, got completely shit stomped with my Unga Bunga, and so I was like, okay, I'll try it again with my Rivers of Blood. Went in and just spammed the ability, and kept on stun locking this boss, and because they kept on getting bled. Go into the second phase, summoned my Mimic tier plus 10, did the same thing, and then we were both fucking spamming the ability. Second try, got the hardest boss in the game, which I'm not taking away from anybody who struggled with it. I can see why somebody who was not prepared for that battle would have so much trouble with it, but I felt so proud of myself. So I'm really proud. I think Elden Ring is great. If you have ever like thought about the idea of playing a From Software game,
do it.
Try this one. This one might be the one that'll get you.
Hell of fun.
Yeah. Zach, what was your rabbit hole topic? I would like to go down.
So my rabbit hole,
pit.
My rabbit hole topic, because obviously today is April Fool's Day, April 1st, which means we are 1/3 of the way through the year of our Lord 2022.
Which, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So my question was, it's a 2-parter. The first one is, how is 2022 treating you so far? And the second, I want you to really think about this. What have you done thus far in 2022 that has made you a better person? I began to reel into the retrospection way of thinking lately, and I figured I'd share the wealth. It's
been good for the most part. It's been good for the most part. The thing that I have done that has helped me grow is a couple of years ago, I guess it was like 2020, I started doing like New Year's resolutions, and not like the standard ones of like, I'm gonna, lose weight, or I'm gonna exercise more, like that. I started doing like basically something to add to my life. And the one that I had for this year was I'm going to actively try to be more positive in every aspect of my life, like whether it be work, relationships, interpersonal or professional. Basically just try to lose this kind of pessimistic cloud that I've had over me for the past 10 years. I think it's just like kind of unhealthy, and like a lot of people I look up to and like, in media and like listen to in other podcasts kind of exhibit that same behavior, just like kind of leaning more into the positivity. And I don't mean like that kind of bullshit altruism. of like everything's gonna be okay. Like things are gonna be bad sometimes, but just lean into the suck a little. Like just find the silver lining, try and be as positive as I can be, and just kind of put that energy out. And I have been 1,000 times more happier.
That's excellent, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So the year has been really weird for me, right? Because I don't want to. I'm not going to get really too much.
Yeah,
into
you don't have to get like into the weeds of things.
But the beginning of the year wasn't great, honestly. The year started. I was like in a really bad rut with my job at the time, and I was just not happy at all. I felt like I was stalling out on a bunch of stuff. But we're here in April now. This month I started a new job.
Which congratulations again.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I won't. I don't want to say specifically where. People who know, but I don't want to be like and make
Chick-fil-A corporate.
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby Vice President.
Anthropology West Coast Regional Manager.
Joel Osteen Ministries Summer Intern.
Which one of those do you think is actually true? Say in the comments below.
All of the above. No.
Hashtag telework.
Yeah, for real. I got a really great job that I've been enjoying a lot. That I feel very comfortable in. That is kind of honestly like a dream come true for me in a lot of ways, and I'm feeling good about that. So I think it treated me very bad at first, and it's like, shh, baby, it's okay, I'm sorry, and it's trying to correct itself. And I think one of the things that helped me, and also another thing that is like my positive change for myself, is that during that time it helped me kind of. I was like, I need stuff. I need my hobbies. I need the things that I love to do, and I got a lot more organized with my writing. And so I was able to get to a point with my book where I talked about it on here. I was comfortable enough and confident enough in where I was at to announce it, basically. And I'm still trucking away, still writing. Zach, I am almost done with my next chunk for you, so you can peep that.
Can't wait to read it, man.
Yeah, but I'm just feeling good, and I think that's kind of like the thing that's pushing me forward this year. I want to finish the book this year.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Hell yeah, man!
And I'm gonna do it.
And so, I am more than confident that you will, especially with how much you've got of it already.
Yeah.
And I think the key is that I have it all not only plotted out, but detail plotted out. I spent a bunch of time one week just sitting down and saying, okay, here's the key stuff for here. And some of that stuff will change and move around, obviously, but to have the skeleton and the musculature done will help the rest of the body.
Man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for you and I to have our writers episode.
Yes, we're gonna do that soon.
I've got the turtleneck all set to go too.
I need to get one. I need to order one. But man, fuck! Depending on when we do it, it's only. I
was gonna say you might die
in a turtleneck because we're recording this. It's March 29th when we're recording this, and it's not even that hot outside. And I am.
Dude, it's gonna be.
We had
82 tomorrow.
We had a
fucking pool.
Dude, it was 25 degrees today.
What temperature?
I don't know what the fuck is going on in Virginia. It was 25 degrees today, and it was miserable.
It is currently 56 and cloudy. I shouldn't be sweating right now.
Well, we all know you run hot anyway, so.
I do. It's a genetic thing. I run hot.
It's 66 degrees right now in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Well, since everyone else looked it up, let me pull it up for me.
Oh, also the other thing that has made my life better this year is
Warhammer.
New hobbies.
Warhammer. That is the thing. I'm trying to get into new hobbies. I'm trying to do more stuff. There was a and there was a Humble Bundle that was out for a little bit that had
a shit ton of games in it.
Shit ton of games, but not just the games. It had Unity courses, and with my new job, I have access to C# and like coding courses for free, and so I'm just cool. Maybe I'm gonna start getting into coding. And
that'd be cool.
Fuck yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Like that to give
it's another skill set to have in the old bag.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
So new hobbies and like Cole said, being more positive, I think in general is kind of like a key thing as well. So I like to be doing that. So just investing more time in the things that I already love doing, and giving that more of my energy than I have been. I think recently is also important to me this year.
Yeah,
that's awesome, guys.
What about you, Zach?
So as you both know, the year started pretty shitty for me as well. January was a real rough time, and even the beginning of February was. But actually, what's funny is most of my improvements overlap with everything you guys have said so far. I've much like Cole, which is why I couldn't stop smiling when he was talking about it, is I've taken active steps to be less angry, less just, basically taking a much more laissez-faire attitude toward life. I'm just like, say la vie. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. There's not much I can do about it. And then focusing on being more present in a lot of ways. So, so taking the time for myself, making sure I am going to the gym and doing my 20-minute mental health walks. Almost giving myself like a schedule again, because humans are creatures of habit. But also fundamentally going back and analyzing my mindset and what sort of makes me tick, and playing on the things that I know work for me. So, getting into new hobbies. Cole got me into Warhammer, and that also applies to a beautiful thing out there called art therapy for me.
Yeah.
Where I could just sit there and zen out while I'm fucking peeling mold lines and shit like that. I haven't even started painting yet.
You're still just taking off like the lines and whatnot.
Or focusing on the writing, coming up with new ideas, or really refining old ideas that I'm finally putting into perspective, and just focusing on myself and my mindset. And I'm doing worlds better than I was even 2 months ago. Yeah, and it's such a good feeling. Because you guys, I was in a fucking bad spot for a while there. And I owe a lot of it to you guys too, because I've got Sam to talk about the writing with, I've got Cole to talk about the Warhammer with, I just got you guys to bullshit with in general. And so I owe you guys, a huge thank you, because I would not be where I'm at now without you guys just sort of being there and putting up with my BS of like, oh, what's going on? While I figured all that out.
Well, I want to throw something out there too. I mean, because Cole, you were like, nah, and I'm not. I don't want to say because you did most of that like with your own powers. Actually. Yeah, that's an important thing to note. I think it's absolutely okay to credit your friends and the people in your life, the people that love you and support you, with helping you through and helping you to make those changes as well.
Sure.
Do I think that we are 100% responsible for all of Zach's positive changes?
100%. Absolutely, yes.
100%.
Yeah.
April Fools! I'm actually April Fools, motherfuckers. I'm still miserable.
No. Obviously, I don't. We wouldn't take credit for all of his positive changes, but. Like, I'm not gonna downplay that we helped a part of it, just like you guys have helped me with my positive changes, and me and Zach have helped Cole in a lot of ways. Like, you're a product of your environments as well as your own mind, and it's your kind of duty to make your environment a place where your mind can thrive.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
by choosing the right people to be in your life and choosing the right support system will help you.
Choosing the right wall art.
Exactly. That's the thing that's going to really push you over the finish line.
That's what's going to make it big, is having the cockatoo.
Basically, yeah. This 2022 year of the cockatoo. 2020 cockatoo.
Yeah.
Year of growth for you. There we go. We did it. We got there.
We got it.
And actually, you know what else? April, release month. April 22nd.
Oh, yes,
Are you really gonna sit here and look like it's your fucking book?
I totally drew a blank on that. Yes, April 22nd is when book number 2, Wetwork, is coming out.
Yeah,
paperback and Kindle.
I've got the link, and I've had the link to pre-order Wetwork in the description.
Go buy it.
When it comes out, I will change that link to the link to buy it, which I think it's the same link.
It'll be the same link.
I might not have to change it, but the link to Wetwork is in every video that Zach is in. And the link to whatever project he's working on will always be in the video description.
Okay, thank you very much, Sam.
Yes. So
I can't believe I forgot my own release.
I'm just like, I remembered. I don't even have the book is on my. I don't even have the book in the room to remind me. The book is on the bookshelf. Yeah, the book is on my bookshelf in the living room. No. I don't even have to remind me. I'm just like, hey, it's April. What's happening in April? April Fools.
Yeah, it'll be 3 weeks from the release of this episode, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I think just exactly. Yeah, exactly 3 weeks.
I have all of my releases scheduled for a Friday.
Smart.
Because playing on like, oh, I got a new book, and especially for the Kindle readers, so they can start reading it on the weekend.
Yeah,
perfect time.
And here's hoping that with book 3, I'm able to figure out Amazon's fucking self-publishing thing to be able to make it so people could pre-order the paperback as well.
Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be neat.
And I have Sam's like, please figure it out so I can do it for mine.
Oh, please. Yeah, Zach's my guinea pig for when I finally finish writing my book.
Yeah, it's like, Sam's gonna go, how do I do this? Fucking here, I learned it all.
Yeah, here's my PDF doc on the process. Jeez.
I actually should write all that down for you.
Yeah, I mean, in your own time.
I know what I'll be doing at work tomorrow because I haven't had dick to do this week, and I'm making up hours.
Work is actually picking up for me, which I'm thankful for because I have shit.
If we get unhacked tomorrow, I'll be through the fucking moon, dude.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Well, I mean,
time to go into all that.
Yesterday was so slow. I had time to type out a 4 or 5 page document for you, Cole.
Yeah.
What was in that package that you got from
Zach?
Cole? Or from Zach, yeah. Was it the book? Ooh.
It was a limited time miniature for the anniversary of my local Games Workshop store.
You can't get it through their online. You have to go to a brick and mortar, and so Zach lives right next to one. The closest one to me is
15 minutes.
Yeah, nice. The closest one to me is in Turkey Creek in Knoxville. So
I thought you were going to say in Turkey. I was like, what the fuck?
No, Turkey Creek.
Yeah,
I have to wade through a field of angry turkeys to get to it.
Yeah, those Turks are real big on those Crusaders, all right.
Little Tennessee anecdote: Turkey Creek sounds like podunk bumpkin bullshit. Is actually one of the nicer parts of Knoxville. It's one of the more affluent areas. So there you go.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
Well, and so I've got hopefully a day that's not bitterly cold because I've been going to my local Games Workshop to learn how to assemble these things, and the next one for my Ultramarines is to prime them, but you have to do that outside. So
not if you're brave enough.
I should get into Gundams.
Ooh, yeah, dude, you should get into Gundams.
Dude,
Gundams in 2022.
Hell yeah, dude, they're awesome.
There you go, that art therapy again. You throw on some music or a documentary or whatever. Fucking, I'm sitting here making fucking Katie and shock troops while listening to a documentary about the Horus heresy. It all works out.
I I literally built all of like my sisters while watching The Last Dance. Like, I just turned it on. I was like, all right, here we go.
But I'm gonna break.
Michael Jordan was kind of a dick. Wow.
I'm gonna break my rule because Cole has helped me finally decide on an army, and I'm gonna buy my first box of Death Watch next time I go there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Before we go, because I have to pee so fucking bad, so that's why I'm
As you say, you're doing the pee-pee dance.
Yeah, I need to tell this really quick story about Gundam. So I don't know if I talked about Proto on the show before. I know I've talked to you guys about it, but not on the show. There used to be this bar in Dayton called Proto, where it's a coffee shop, but they served alcohol on one side, and the other side it was a 3D printing like maker bar.
That's right.
It was a really cool place. And so me and my friends, we had some friends that worked there, and like basically every Friday we would be there after work, and we would go hang out and have a couple of strongbows and hang out. And one friend of ours that we made there was really big into Gunpla, into Gundam building, and he would bring like a different Gundam and he would build it at this giant concrete table. We would all sit around and work on them while we all hung out.
Yeah.
And he was putting it together, and he dropped a piece, like a really small piece that he needed to finish the Gundam. And literally all of us were like on the ground searching for it. I don't know if he ever found it or not. It was such a heartbreaking moment for all of us.
Could you not just go print a new one?
I think he did. I think that was the beauty of it. But just like, it was still like at the moment you're just like, the cool
thing I found out is that like, if you do that with like any of these pieces, because they're fucking, I mean, like, this is the one I've been working on recently. I mean, they're fucking tiny.
Yeah, they're like small.
Hand for scale. If you lose a piece, you can like hit up Games Workshop with like your basically nice proof of purchase and be like, hey, listen, I fucked up. I lost this piece.
Send
me.
Help me out.
So I've got two things.
Oh my god!
I've got two things. I know they're real quick. So the first one was I was at the Games Workshop building my Space Marines, and I lost a piece and went, I guess I'm going to go with the other weapon. And to close it out, I was contacted by the seller. They made a counter offer of $12 instead of $15. The cartridge of Snake's Revenge is on its way.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! It's coming, baby.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm going to do like a really rapid fire exit. Thank you so much for joining us on the vidcast.
Actually, Sam, one more thing.
Zach. Oh my god.
Just kidding. Go on.
Joining us. Thank you for my new cast members in the role of Zach James, Cole Duncan, in the role of Cole Duncan, Zach James. Do the good YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, let people fucking do the good. What the fuck is wrong? It's because I have to pee so fucking bad.
All right, get fucking clap.
Hit the bell notification. YouTube will tell you when new videos come out, and watch a new video. And you know what? A new thing I'm gonna start telling people to do, which I've already been doing in other videos, is tell a friend, and they can do the good YouTube things too. And as always, I would like to remind you, have a great life. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go fucking wet my goddamn pants. Holy shit.
So the thing about the Horus Heresy is, like, you know, it's such a large and encompassing, like, bit of Warhammer lore, right? Like, you gotta, like, there's, like, so many fucking books in this series alone.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah, like, this one is just about, like, the Primarchs. Like, there's, like, I think there's one about, like, the Salamanders. There's one about, like, the Iron Warriors. I really want to find the one about Jagatai Khan because he's my favorite. We should probably do this, like, off, because I just realized we're still
fuck it.
Yeah, all right.
It's something for him to deal with.
Yeah, all right. I'm actually going to.
Yeah, I have to.